So hey guys, welcome back. As you guys probably already know, frayed jeans are now in trend. So I decided, why not just do that, do like a DIY frayed jeans, and I did that, but with a little bit of a twist. And I also decided to incorporate this African sauce just to spice it up a bit, hence this gorgeousness. So having said all that, let's get right into it.
I'm on your skin too pure like coke, and your body choking up like smoke. I'm on your back too big, no be joke. I'm on LA, you go give me yo. I'm on your skin too pure like coke, and your body choking up like smoke. I'm on your back too big, no be joke. I'm on LA, you go give me yo. You be busting my brain.
Hey guys, so you want to start off by marking out the areas you want to cut out, and I'm starting with the area above my ankle. Now you want to make sure that your jeans are properly fitted so you do not overcut or undercut. Next up, I'm going just on my left knee, and I'm trying not to mark out the area too wide because it's jeans, it stretches out as time passes. Further, I'm moving on to my thigh area, that is my right side, and I'm just going to mark out 4 tiny bits of lines that I'm going to cut out later on, and that's okay. Then next up, we're going to continue with the fun part, which is the cutting part. Now you want to fold your jeans into 2 sections, as you guys can see. Pull it out through that area and lay it down. Now you also want to make sure that it's as flat as possible. Now using a pair of sharp scissors, I'm going to start by cutting that area above my ankle, and also making sure the ends are as equal as possible. I'm just going to flatten that out, and I'm going to proceed by cutting. And you guys can further draw the line to be longer if your hands are not straight enough, or if you have shaky hands. Then after cutting that out, you want to salvage this part, because this is what I'm going to use for the choker. I'm just going to place it by the side of my working area. So next up, I'm just going to make like tiny snips, basically, just to make my fraying easier. And as you guys can see, it's really tiny, nothing too extravagant or anything. Now to fray out, you could use a pair of tweezers, or you could use a pair of needle, but for me, basically, I use my T-pin that I use for my wigs because it's more easier. It's literally like very easy. Now to fray out, you want to start off by putting your needle just through the white threads, as you guys can see, and just dragging it out. It's very easy, guys. Once you start, it's like the easiest thing, literally. But you want to be careful not to like hurt yourself, because you're dealing with a sharp object. So guys, take your time, take it easy, don't rush, and be very cautious. So I'm just going to continue fraying that out, ripping out the white threads, because we're not dealing with white threads. And you guys could decide to leave the white threads if you guys like that edgy look, but I'm not going for that. Basically, I'm just going to take out all that white thread there and leave the blue one there, a little bit frayed and all that. So yeah, I'm just going to keep fraying and fraying and fraying and fraying. As you guys can see, I'm just going to stop here until I reach like a sensible part. So yeah, I'm just going to cut out this white thread, like I said, because I don't think I want to use that. So as you guys can see, I'm done with the fraying, and you guys could continue fraying if you guys want your fray to be longer or more dramatic, but I think this one is pretty much okay for me. So I'm just going to just wash that out, just crop that out together, and just so I get like a fresh, not so perfect look. And this is what it should look like. As you guys can see, it looks normal. Yeah. So moving on, we're going to proceed by cutting out the area that we had previously marked out, which is the left knee. So again, you want to make sure that the ends are both equal, so you do not have like a crooked or like a slanting cut, basically. So I'm just going to straighten that out and flatten that out, and then I'm going to just cut. I'm not trying to cut too wide, because as I said before, it would stretch out later in life because it's your knee if you're like a playful type like me. So then now that we're done with that, I'm just going to go ahead and fray that out using my T-pin. I'm just gonna fray that out. Fray. So yeah, also again, cut out this white area because I don't need it, but if you guys do need it, then you can keep it on. I think because it adds a lot of more texture and life to it, but I I'm just going to get and just scrunch that right, scrunch. Just, yeah, so now we're done with that. As you guys can see, it looks a bit decent. And now moving on to the third part. Now we're going to cut out the thigh area, cutting out the 4 areas that we had previously marked out. You guys can decide to, make it 6 or 8, depending on how wide you want to do your design. You guys will see that later on. So I just went ahead to do 4, and as you guys can see, I'm just going to go ahead to fray this out. Now because I'm not going to be using all the strings, I'm just going to fray out both ends, the top and the bottom ends. So I'm just going to fray that out. Fray. I think that could be like a song. Fray. My voice sucks. So now that I've frayed out the top end and the bottom end, as you guys can see, that's the top end and that is the bottom end. I'm just going to go ahead to fray out the middle parts because we're going to tuck in the second and the fourth area. So I just went ahead to fray out the middle part because you guys are going to be seeing what I did to it, basically. It's nothing too serious. I sound like I did something very serious, but it's nothing serious. So now that I'm done fraying out the third part, the middle part, I'm just going to go ahead to get a piece of material that I have, basically, and you can use any material or fabric of your choice. Just add a little more texture and life to your jeans. So I'm just going to cut out that area, basically, not too much, just enough, basically. So I'm going to flip my jeans inside out, and I'm just going to measure that area that I've cut out, and I'm just going to cut off the excess material just to make it more easier and more precise and more neat, basically. Now that I've done that, I'm going to interlock that material into the holes that we've created, or the strings that we've created. And as you guys can see, I hope you guys can see this properly, I'm going to be putting it into the first loop and then just interlock it, basically. Yeah, and just to give your jeans a little bit more texture and a little bit more color and a little bit more flair, if you guys are into that. If not, you could just skip the step and leave your jeans like that, basically, because it still has life. So I'm going to cut off the excess material because we're not going to use it anymore. And yeah, just throw that away. Not throw that away, because we're going to use that excess material for the belt loop. So now that we're done with that, I'm just going to just stitch that down. And the reason I flipped that over again is because I'm trying to make my stitch as invisible as possible, because I don't want people to see that I stitched it down. So I'm trying to make it as invisible as possible so the thread doesn't show. And you guys would want to take your time during this one, because you don't want it to look very tacky. You just want it to look a little bit tacky but not too tacky. So yeah, now that we're done with that, I'm just going to go ahead to make belt loops, basically, and I'm just folding that into place, cutting up the excess material, and I'm using my glue gun to just secure that. This just makes my work a little bit faster and a little less stressful. So now that I'm done with that, I'm just going to place that down, secure it properly, and I went ahead to do 5 loops, basically. And as you guys can see, there they are, looking all gorgeous. Yeah. So I'm just going to go ahead to stitch that down on my jeans. Yes guys, if you have a sewing machine, life would be easy for you, but I don't. So I went ahead to do 2 in front and 3 at the back. That's making 5. Yes. So now that we're done with this one, let's go ahead to make our choker, which is a part that I love. Now, using this material that we previously cut out from the ankle length of our jeans, I'm going to be using this elastic. I use this for my wig, but I love the length and I was going for that length. So I'm just going to cut off that area, and now you can throw that part out because we don't need it. So guys, we have 2 legs. Just going to open that up, and I'm trying to be as precise as possible. Just tear the threads out, so you don't want to spoil the jeans, because the jeans are very vital. it's gonna thread that, take off the thread just to open it up using a blade. Also guys, be careful when you're working with sharp objects not to hurt yourself. So now I'm going to use the second leg of the jeans, and I'm just going to just cut that out, and I'm not using the whole of it, I'm not using everything, I'm just going to use half of this for my choker with the other one. Now that we're done with that, I'm just going to stitch that to the other part. As you guys can see, we're going to be doing a lot of stitching because I don't have a sewing machine yet. So yeah, I'm just going to stitch that down. You guys want to be precise as usual, and you want to be neat as usual, so you don't look like really scruffy and all that. So that's what I'm doing, trying to be as precise and as neat as possible. You guys can't see that because I can fast forward, but yeah sorry about that. So yeah, okay, just tie that down, create that knot, make it tight, make it firm, and we're done. I think I'm just gonna cut off the excess thread, and it should look something like this. Yes. Now I'm just going to go ahead and create my button, I think, or fray it out as usual. Okay, before that, I'm just going to go ahead to measure my choker, and I'm going to be putting that ends together, and I'm just going to cut off the excess jeans, basically, if that makes sense, excess material. And I'm using my choker to measure this, so that would be the excess. I'm just going to cut that out as such. You could lay this flat and cut it off, but I'm in a bit of a hurry because I was already getting tired. Now, as usual guys, since we're working with a frayed team, I'm just going to fray that out so everything looks as one, comes together. So I'm just fraying that out, fraying that out. Yeah.
This your back are very fantastic. Girl, let me put you in that automatic. May they call me Mr. Romantic. Your body, but I want to control it.
So after fraying that out, as you guys can see, we have that white thread. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut that out, take that out of my choker because you're not needed. But if you guys want it, like I keep on saying, then you guys could leave it, just add a little bit more texture and character to your stuff. Now I'm just going to be using my horse's collicate button and it's just a pair of random button that I have. I'm just going to be stitching that onto my choker, and yeah, I'm just going to stitch that to one end of my choker and stitch that down so it doesn't move. As you guys can see, it's really hard doing such and recording it on camera. It's really hard, guys. You guys have no idea. You have to be in a precise position to do this. So yeah, after stitching that down, I'm going to just fold that like I'm actually wearing my choker, just so I know where to cut for the buttonhole. I'm going to do that. As you guys can see, I now know where to cut for my buttonhole, so I'm just going to use my scissors and create like a little snip, just snip that a little bit. Yes, you guys do not want to snip that too much because you just want to start off with a little, because if it's not enough you could further deepen that out or lengthen that out. So yeah, I'm done with that. I'm just fixed my choker, guys. We're done. So I went ahead to just add my material onto the front side, as you guys had seen in my the beginning of the video. Just add a little more life and texture and character to my choker, but I could easily take that out later in life because it's not secure, basically. So now we're done with the choker and we're done with the video. So thanks for watching, guys. I love you guys. Bye guys. Subscribe, like, share and comment, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Till then, stay fab, stay blessed. I love you guys. Kisses.